there, Libra. How you doing today? My name is Sherilyn, and I am here to do your weekly tarot reading. This one is going to be for Monday, August 18th through Thursday, August 21st. Well, the cards were doing something there. Okay. I'll be back on Wednesday to do bonus readings and get you through the weekend. Okay. So I'm just going to pull cards and see what Spirit wants to talk about. This one was for my Libras. Okay. There we go. All right. We got Libra. Libra. Got them all together. All right. Let's see what you get. We're going to start with the Tower. Popular card in this position tonight. Okay. Tower to the Three of Cups and then the Seven of Wands. Okay. This is your backstory or your recent past. Currently, I have you at Judgment, Eight of Swords, and the Five of Wands. In the near future, we're looking at the Hermit, Eight of Cups, and the Six of Cups. Alrighty, bottom of the deck for this reading is actually the Nine of Pentacles, okay? So the undercurrent to this entire reading has to do with you stepping into your independence, okay? Are you trying to maintain your independence? Something along that line, okay? The card at the center of your read, so from almost every direction it plays into the equation, is going to be the Eight of Swords. This tells me that your movements right now are very restricted by your thoughts. It's almost like you have yourself locked up in a mental prison, okay? There's definitely restrictions on your movement. This is when you play the coulda, shoulda, woulda, or the what ifs, right? And you keep yourself stalled from moving forward or anything else. So that's where you're at as far as that goes. We'll see how they play in as we go. Let's start with the recent past, where I have the Tower, the Three of Cups, and then in the challenge position, I have the Seven of Wands. So the Three of Cups to the Tower, to me, feels fairly cut and dry. It feels like, I guess there's two ways to look at it, now that I said cut and dry, huh? Possibly you could have been celebrating or partaking in something to an extreme, okay? And it caused a Tower. Maybe drinking too much, partying too much, something like that. That's a possibility. The other possibility is that there was some kind of a dynamic where there were two people at one time, and suddenly there were three people. Does not have to be a third-party situation involved cheating, but I mean, it can even be a friendship, right? That was going along swimmingly. A third person came in and everything was off balance. A tower fell as a result. For some reason, the tower fell. Okay, we'll go there. The challenge now is the Seven of Wands. That means that to heal this situation seems impossible right now because there's so much defensiveness over whatever's happened, okay? So obviously somebody's gotten their feelings hurt at the very least. And so they're far too defensive to try to heal things right this minute, okay? Which has rendered you obviously with some newfound or some reinstated independence because you're standing in your independence. Okay, that's the past. We'll move past that. What do we got currently? So currently I have Judgment, then the Eight of Swords, and the challenge position is the Five of Wands. So Judgment to the Eight of Swords. So whatever happened here in the recent past, it would appear that you have called judgment on the situation, right? But doing so has rendered you up in your head, meaning you're not sure if you were in the right when you called judgment, or you're not sure if it was worth it to call judgment, something along those lines. So it would lead me to believe that there has been some sort of rather extreme result from calling judgment on the situation. No matter how bad it was, you're now wondering, was it worth it to call judgment? Because maybe the situation is no more. If it was a friendship or a relationship, it looks like it has disbanded, at least temporarily. And to pull it back together seems impossible because the person's too defensive, right? Now the challenge in this row is the Five of Wands. So there is a lot of inner conflict and turmoil inside of you right now, as well as inside of the other people involved. There's also a sense of competition here that seems to be coming to the forefront in a very ugly way. Like competition can be friendly. Sometimes this feels like it's in a very spiteful way. That's what it feels like, spiteful. Okay, there we go. That's where you're at currently. So where are we going in the near future? In the near future, I have the Hermit, the Eight of Cups, and the challenge position is the Six of Cups. So this tells me that you have already, I think, began to pull your energy out of this, but you will continue to do that in the near future, you're going to pull your energy out of this situation to try to shine light on it, reassess it, see where everybody stands. From these cards right here, it looks as though the conclusion that is most likely to come forward is one where you choose to walk away. You are walking away even though you still have a huge amount of emotion for whoever's involved here. But it just does not look like something that can be easily fixed right this minute at any rate. And so for your own sanity, it looks like you are choosing to exit the situation to me. And the challenge in this situation down here is the Six of Cups, which is something that you have a ton of history with or a lot of nostalgia with. So it's very hard for you to walk away from something that has meant so much to you for an extended period of time, is what I see. Okay, behind the Nine of Pentacles, I have the Lovers and the King of Wands. So you gained your independence from a situation where you once were, where you once had much love. I mean, I think you still have much love, but you did gain your independence. The upside to all this, I guess, if you were trying to find one, is it looks like as though you're headed onto some sort of an adventure. You're leaving this situation to go out and head into some sort of adventure, I think. That's all I got right now. Let's see what else we got. With the King of Wands here, it's quite possible that this had something to do with the third-party situation, actually. It's a possibility, okay? That somebody did something impulsively to cause all this. Six of Wands, Knight of Wands, and the Seven of Swords. The Six of Wands would say that you are definitely gaining. I don't believe it's you that got involved in the third party. I don't believe so. And it looks like there's a ton of recognition in this situation, meaning that a lot of people are talking, right? People know what happened. It looks as though you are reigning victorious within the dynamic as far as the person who's coming out on top, okay? People are judging the other people involved harshly. You're not being judged that harshly. They're being judged harshly over the fact that they acted impulsively, they acted immaturely, and then with the Seven of Swords, I feel like there's been a complete breakdown in trust, not just with you, but they lost face. Like they can't save face when it comes to other people as well. So other people have lost a degree of trust in them as well over what they did to you, is how I feel about this. Okay, three more, and then we're going to do the days of the week. Yeah, the Knight of Pentacles, and then the Three of Swords and the Sun. I think it's been illuminated to anybody who cares to look that, you know, that you were left heartbroken over this situation, that you were invested in, that somebody took a very callous and very non-mindful way about this. They didn't take your feelings into consideration at all, and they're paying for it. That's what I see. Okay, let's see what we got for the days of the week. Monday, I've got the Strength card and the Nine of Wands. You have more than enough strength to get through this situation. It shouldn't even be a question for you, okay? You are way stronger than this situation, believe me on that. Tuesday, we've got the Four of Pentacles and the Knight of Cups. Energetically, this is you still wavering, right? Still on the fence, trying to decide if you really want to let this go. You're hanging on to it right here, trying to see if there's not a way to save it. Wednesday, I have the Ten of Cups and the Page of Pentacles. You're still going to get to your Ten of Cups, okay? You will build that again, but you need to build it in a new, brand new foundation that you're building for yourself, I believe. Thursday, you have the Six of Pentacles and the Four of Cups. You became totally dissatisfied with the breadcrumbing, with the fact that this person was giving to more than one, it looks like. That's what I see here. It doesn't have to be two people, I guess. It could be you and a job or you and a hobby. I'm not sure what it was, but somebody took their attention away from you to a point that wasn't okay. All right? It's time for you to stay in your independence and build yourself a new foundation and see what happens then. Okay? There's nothing saying this couldn't come back together someday in the future, but for now, it's more about your healing than it is anything else. Okay? All right, Libra, that's what I got for you for this week. No matter what the cards say, go out and make it the best week you possibly can. Don't let anybody really get you down. Come on, you know that. Don't let it happen. It's going to be all right. Okay, there you go. Thank you.